It's been a while since I posted a video. If you've come back to this channel from the past, you might know that I am Canadian. If you're new to the channel, now you know. Because of that, this is the off season. I am indoors. This is at Albatross Indoor Golf in Ancaster, Ontario. It uses Golfzon technology, which is really good. If you can see down the mat here, it's got some bunker and some rough that you can hit out of. So come along with me, check out St. Andrew's Old Course, and hopefully I can shoot well tonight. So here we are, hole one. I know that hitting driver is not traditionally done here, but because I'm just trying to do things nice and easy and slow today, I'm just going to dial back on this, try and go like 230, 240 if I can. That should be pretty good. That's going to be a nice angle into the green there. It's a little bit further back. Didn't quite get to my 230. 227. Very close. I've left myself about 150 yards in, which is good because I was on the little range practicing before this round, and my 9-iron was going about 147 to 152. So if I can hit this pure, it might be a good club. That just cleared. There we go. That went 147. All right, let's try and make this count. This looks pretty straightforward. Oh, it did move a little bit, but opening par, can't be upset with that. All right, so that brings us to hole two. It's pretty narrow up there, but I think I'm still going to hit driver, just nice and easy like last time. A little bit toey, but that's going to find a gap there. Might stay in the rough. Come on, bounce out, bounce out. Not quite. I'm 182 yards away. I'm in the rough. I don't mind being short here, and then try and just chip it close and see if I can save a par. So I'm just going to use my 6-iron. I don't know why that went so sprayed left, but I didn't feel like I had that open. But hey, it made it on the green somehow. All right, this is a ridiculously long putt, 103 feet. I don't even really know how to approach this, especially putting indoor. This is the hardest part for me, is these long, laggy putts. Hopefully it catches that ridge, and like that might be way too much, or it might be really good. Way too much. Oh, I pulled it, but that's close enough. Just to speed things up with indoor golf, I do have gimmies set for 3 feet and under, but this is 6 feet, so I do still have to just step up and tap this in. Make that nice and easy. All right, +1 through 2, not out. Into hole 3, we got the driver in hand again. Now, if you've been to my channel before, hopefully what you're taking away is that I am not a golf expert by any means. I am not one of these people who went to college for golf and then just decided to swerve into social media stuff. I am a full-time teacher. I've just been golfing casually for 20 to 25 years of my life. And I just love this game because I am certainly not the most technically sound, but I try to think my way through the course to make up for some of those little disadvantages that I have. So again, something like this is driver. What I'm noticing is that the fairway is a little bit wider, and if I do miss, it looks like it's going to be kind of forgiving. So I'm just going to try and rip this one a little bit harder. And look at all that space. So that works out lovely. I don't know if that's a miss. I don't know if that was hit pure. All I know is it felt good. I'm in the fairway, and that's one of the longer drives I have in my bag. 265. Pretty good. So that leaves 140 yards into this green. I certainly don't want to miss short into this fescue-y stuff, and I don't want to hit that bunker. So I'm going to kind of aim at the pin. If I'm going to miss, missing a little bit on the right is not the end of the world. So I've got a pitching wedge in hand, which is about my 140-ish club. Air on the side of missing a bit more right than left. It should be good. All right, so I did end up missing a little bit left, which is fine because that ends up about pin high. It looks like halfway through, it just starts to move ever so slightly to the right. So I'm just going to mildly air to the left edge of the cup here. Not sure if that's firm enough. Oh, it didn't hold the line, but that's good. I got my par. Oh, 3. That was a little bit toey, but thankfully I just held on and turned it over, so won't be very far, but I found a nice little flat spot on that ridge. I've got my 4-iron and my 5-iron, but I really don't have a lot of confidence in them. I don't use them very often, so I'm looking into possibly getting a hybrid pretty soon. So in the meantime, sometimes I get in a range like this where it's 208. Like instead of muscling up my 4-iron to try to get there, I'm just going to use my 5-wood, choke down a little bit, and kind of a nice easy swing. Always a good rule of thumb, club up and swing a little bit easier. Pulled it a little bit, but that was a decent swing. And you can see that would have been pretty good for yardage if it would have been online. I know a lot of people have very different rules, expectations, goals, tips, guidance, whatever, for chipping. Mine is what feels right. Okay, so this is an area that I'm sure some people would try and do a bit of a bump and run, but I often feel quite confident in my 60-degree wedge that I have a quick little, like, it's almost like a wristy flop shot is what I try and go for here. I don't let the wrist kind of come past my thigh when I'm only 20 yards away. And I think I could just do a quick little flip with this and get around that distance. Just like that. And that's something that I know, like, I've done that shot so many different times. I feel confident that it's not going to go crazy far. Just tap it in. Don't overthink it. Good par. Here we are at the first par 5 of the day, so I'm going to try and unleash one here and get a couple extra little yards. Not get crazy, still keep my slow swing that I'm trying to work on today. And if you've watched these first 4 holes already, I would love your feedback. What are you seeing in my swing? Comment below. Like, does it seem like I'm going slow with nice, easy tempo? Do you notice where I'm rushing at all? Give me any tips. I love kind of seeing what other people see and try to implement some different stuff into my game. That felt pretty solid. Maybe pulled a little bit as I was trying to fade, so hopefully it avoids that teeny-tiny pot bunker. Oh yeah, it's short of it. What am I worried about? This is going to be 5-wood territory again. I liked the swing that I put on the 5-wood last hole, so I'm just going to try that again. It's right where I'm aiming. It didn't draw. Oh, please miss that bunker. Didn't quite get up that hill, so I'm not sure how that's going to impact things. That's still going to be a little firm, I think. Did I spin it enough? I actually got some decent spin on that, so it checked a little bit. Now, obviously with golf, usually when you start around, hopefully you're going on that practice green, testing out your putts, figuring out your distances to see what the greens are rolling like that day. When you're indoor, it's pretty consistent. I know that every time to that screen, it's about 12 feet, so I kind of adjust the distance based on that. So this is a 14-foot putt that looks pretty flat, so I basically want the ball to roll just a touch past that screen. Just like that. Oh, it moved. I did not see any movement on that. Another par 4, another driver. This has just been driver fest so far. If anybody's watching this video, have you ever played the old course at St. Andrews? How does this digital version compare if you have? I'd be really curious to know. That was a nice solid strike. I didn't try and hit a fade that time. I actually tried to hit almost a bit of a draw, but it ended up just going straight, which is kind of what my swing does sometimes. Might have hit that a little bit thin, which ended up in a bit of a pull. Oh, nice kick left, though. So I am on the green or fringe, just on the green. Turn, 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 get there, get there. What? These are the things you can't control with indoor golf. That ball like disappeared. That's 2 times that right edge seems to be a mystery edge. I'm not going to make an edging joke here. I'm glad I could laugh this off because this is the second thing I need to work on in 2025 with my golf game. First, slowing down my swing, letting tempo be a little bit more natural. Second, change the mental approach. All too often in my game, I kind of beat myself up, especially as I get later in a season. I'm playing a little bit better. I'm expecting more of myself. I need to just dial that back, right? As someone who just golfs occasionally, maybe once, if I'm lucky, twice a week, I cannot take this game too seriously. Making these videos, purely just a hobby. I get no money off of these. It's just for fun. It's a nice mental break away from my job, away from all of life's expectations. Right, so that's over. Just trying to hit a good drive here again. There's lots of space as long as I can carry at least 220. That was a solid strike. Oh, that carried well beyond 220. That carried 240. Who is this old man power? But then it just like checks up. I got some crazy backspin on it or something. Put that a little bit thin again. I'm starting to come up and out. You can see when I do, I have the tendency to pull doing that. So although it ends up being on the green a decent shot, that's something I need to try and fix today. Stay a little bit more of the ball, just that fraction longer. Golf is such a fickle, frustrating, and fantastic game. How about that alliteration? Oh, that's way too far right, though, but If it starts to bleed back, oh, I'm not quite in the gimme range. Don't overthink it. Nice and easy. In it goes. Good par. And now we have our first par 3 of the day, 191 yards. This is where I do now need to bring out my 5-iron. I don't have a total confidence in it, but I have hit a few good shots, so I'm trying to remember not to overcomplicate things here. Just ball slightly forward. Just swing through it, nice and easy. Keep that slow tempo. So it ended up being a little bit of a fade, but that was a decent strike. And there we go. I'm on the green. This is a massive green. So a par 3 like this, I am completely content getting par. What I want to do this year is just try and par 3s. Don't try and birdie them. Just get on the green, 2-putt, and get out of there. Oh, that's a very good putt. Didn't quite get the power out of it that I needed, so I'm still 5 feet away to try and save this par. There we go. Just curled into that side. Good par. Very happy. Here I am at the 9th hole. If it draws a little, great. If it fades a little, great. If it goes straight, even better. Although I don't want to hit that pop bunker in the middle. It's going to miss the bunkers. Be short. Be short. It's short. I'll give myself a chance. Maybe put one close and get a birdie. This is right in my 56-degree territory. Normally it's my 100-yard club, so I know if I'm somewhere between 95 and 105, I still feel very confident with it. There's not too much I need to take off or certainly not add to it. So I'm just trying to put a nice, smooth, easy swing on this one. See if we can get on relatively close. That was a little bit thin, so there's that traditional thinny pull, but good range. And I have a shot at a birdie. We'll see. Oh, it broke more than that. So just as I begin this back 9, I don't want to be that guy, but hey, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, click that like button, maybe consider subscribing. It's not just to kind of beg and plead for things. It actually does help me know what types of videos are people enjoying more. What types of things can I kind of tailor my content to? If you enjoy watching somebody just have a good time playing golf and talk you through the mental part of their game, this might be the channel for you, or one of the many channels. If you're like me and you subscribe to a bunch of people because you can't get enough golf content, maybe consider adding or subscribing me to that list as well. Okay. If not, no hard feelings. Okay, I definitely sped that swing up a little bit. Probably that preamble, feeling kind of cheesy, asking for likes and subscribes. I rushed that a little bit. So starting now, I got to get back to my swing. I hit a little bit behind that, what actually is going to work out okay. Didn't get as close as I would have liked. Putts like this, I'm not trying to get too aggressive and drain them. I'm just trying to kind of nestle one up within 3 feet, get that gimme in terms of indoor, and call it a day. And that should be pretty good distance. That might actually be even better. Oh! I had a really good read, put a really good putt on it. We'll just tap in that par. There we go. If we take a look, maybe I'll zoom in. I'll show you the overhead on this one. Up towards the green here, I definitely do not want to be short in that bunker. That would be terrible. Being long is not awful. Being a little bit right of the pin is probably better than being a bit left, because I would rather putt uphill than down. This is a very well protected hole. Now that I see that flyover though, I'm actually going to club up to a 7. This is that idea of erring on the side of club up and swing easier. That felt pretty crispy. Is it going to clear that bunker? Best laid plans. There you go. Caught that ridge. That's a very nice shot. Edge of the cup. Okay, there we go. Dropped in. Hard fought par there. Here we go. Hole 12, par 4. This has been a very good round of golf. Playing nice and clean. Little toey. Stay short of that brush. Very nice shot. Leaving a slightly uphill putt. This is 18 feet. A little bit uphill, so I'm going to have to probably hit this as though it's 20 feet. And it moves a little bit to the right, so aim off to the left here. Not sure if that was enough in power. Oh, it was power, just didn't aim far enough left. Not bad though. Take the par. This feels routine here. Just taking pars and moving on. And you're actually getting a glimpse right now into my favorite kind of round. I love getting birdies. But honestly, a lot of the rounds where I get several birdies, I'm also getting several bogeys or throwing in a double bogey here and there, because those are the rounds where it just feels like I'm forcing a lot. Rounds like this just feel calm, kind of makes golf feel easy, even though you know this is not an easy game. And this is kind of the goal. I want to try to get to a place where I can go out, just enjoy my time on the golf course, get kind of close to par, call it a day. That one's in danger. Confidence doesn't always mean success. Okay, so this is a terrible spot to be. It's on such a slope. The technology is pretty accurate, so I feel like if I, now that I think about it, I have my 5-iron in hand because I would love to get to the green. It's 186 away. That's not going to happen. So I'm going to take like a 9-iron so I can get up to a playable spot. At this point, be okay with a bogey. So not bad. See that it hit the hill and kind of kicked left there. But that 9-iron had enough loft that I got up a little bit more distance than I would have with that freaking 5-iron. Nice strike. It's up there pretty good. Oh, actually a touch long, if anything. Oh, I actually didn't hit that firm enough. It was a decent line, a little bit more power. It might have had a chance to go in, but there we go. Nice, easy setup. Take the bogey. Be okay with that. All right, here we go, par 5. So this is a chance that possibly can make up for it. Although, as I say that, I think back to my 2024 season. There were lots of times that when I stood up to a par 5, I immediately started thinking, need to birdie. So I'm not going to do that this time. So very good strike. Missed the bunker. Leave myself 286 away. Okay, so I think I actually was the one that hit a little bit toey there and pushed it, so that's fine. Maybe it was the hill, maybe it wasn't. Back to the 60 degree, right off the heels of last hole. I know a full swing got me 88, so I need to really go back on this one a bit. Nice and easy, maybe even just hold off the finish a little bit, might control some of the speed. Just like that, that was good. So that's the idea of, is it Tommy Fleetwood kind of does half stop there. Chance of birdie here, not going to overthink it too much. 10 feet, it does move a little bit from right to left. Yes, finally got a birdie. Hole 15, par 4. This driver is getting a good workout today. There we go. It's a low draw. All right, left myself 193 out. Oop, drew too much. That was good distance control again. Left myself just off to the right of the green. Pretty good. Should leave a straightforward putt. Good par. Very good strike. Missed the bunkers. Very good. Didn't draw, but it'll be good distance to get on. That's going to be a really tricky putt. That was a good looking putt. That's a very good looking putt. Oh! There we go. Another good par. Let's go right over this edge. You have to kind of trust this line. Thankfully, indoor, you get a nice little overhead look. But there we go. There's lots of room. I don't care if I'm in the rough, as long as I go over this line. I fell out of that a little bit, but that just cleared and ends up being in a really good spot. This will be 5-iron territory because I do not want to go long of this hole. That felt really good. That's about as pure as I can hit that 5-iron. That was a great shot. A little bit longy. Wow. I don't normally get this 200. Let's try and get this close. This would be a really nice par on this hole. Oh, Oh, very good putt. Nice par. And that brings us to the classic finishing hole on the old course at St. Andrews. There's the bridge. That felt pure. Hit the road. Oh, yes. Couldn't have aimed that any better. It's a partial backswing, and I just kind of sped through the downswing, which probably created more spin than I wanted. I think I did that backwards. Is it going to move at the end? No, but very close. Easy par. And there we are. So 2 bogeys, 1 birdie, the rest pars. That's about as clean as I can play this round. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, click like, click subscribe. I'm going to be doing more videos. I'm going to try to do maybe like 1 a week. I'm kind of ambitious because I'm a full-time teacher. I've got a 2-year-old at home. Your feedback matters to me. If there's a course you think I should play, let me know. Take a look. Maybe I'll see if it's on the Golfzon technology. I'll try and play some different course recommendations that people may have. And hopefully you picked up some nice, easy tips that you can implement into your game. Again, I can't help fix your swing, but if you want some help with the mental aspect of how to play through certain holes, hopefully I can provide some of that for you. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.